What's good, y'all? We back on Planet Rell, and today we gonna talk about two things: the Amazing Fantasy 1000 and the return of Ultimate Spider-Man. And I'm gonna talk about both of them because Amazing Fantasy 1000 has a little story written by Jonathan Hickman and art by Marco Cacchetto, and Ultimate Spider-Man will be returning with writer Jonathan Hickman and artist Marco Cacchetto. So y'all probably see where I'm going with this. So let's get into the story. So we start here with Peter talking, and he's talking about the time Uncle Ben died. And when that happened, that really forced him to be a better man. But him being a better man wasn't enough, because there were a few people that did die along the way. And since that did happen, he drove himself to be something greater than what he was. And by doing that, he thought that would be the change that he wanted, but that really didn't do it. Then he talks about being in love with MJ and how that didn't work out. And he brings up his best friend Harry, who turned out to be a clone. And that specific part took place during Nick Spencer's run. And Peter finding out Harry was a clone had to be confusing and painful. And he says when he takes one step forward, he has to take two steps back. And he's tired of it. Like, Peter is reaching his breaking point because of it. He just wants it to be over with. And then we see who he's talking to. And it's these three other Spider-Men. And no cap, these suits are tough. No cap, that white suit made me think about Ben Reilly's suit during the Beyond arc. Now, when I seen the black suited Spider-Man say, "Who is this guy?" after Peter was rambling, I'm like. Then the two other Spider-Men tell him it's Peter Parker from Universe 616. And these Spider-Men say his name like it's something odd. And I'm guessing and assuming that 616 Peter is the only one there that goes by Peter, not Pete. And that right there alone makes me think about what are the major differences between Peter and these three Spider-Men. Then the black suited Spider-Man asks Peter what can they do to help him. And Peter just wants to know, why do things keep going wrong in his life? So he wonders if they can give him like some advice, some life tips and things that can just help him in life and as Spider-Man. Okay, let's put a pause on the story real quick. I started thinking about like, how did Peter get there? And I don't know what this machine is. It seems like it travels to different dimensions, but it made me think about Reed Richards' bridge back during Fantastic Four by Hickman. And now you see I'm just like putting ties together because Hickman could possibly use different things and elements from other stories. And that alone makes me curious to what's going to happen in Ultimate Spider-Man. Like, I'm excited for it. Alright though, back to the story. And the black suit Spider-Man is like, what makes you assume that we can help you with that, bro? And Peter tells him like, it's because we're all Spider-Men. And Peter goes on to say like, bro, we work the hardest out of everybody, but we still down on our luck. That's just something we deal with. And the black suit Spider-Man says he has no idea what Peter is talking about. And I'm just sitting there like, bro, you gotta be joking right now. Now Peter is like, what? And the black suit Spider-Man says he's doing good in life. And the Fantastic Four Spider-Man won a Nobel Peace Prize. And I'm just thinking like, dang, Peter really got the short end of the stick, bro. Then he says the Spider-Man in the white suit just had his third kid. And after that, I'm just sitting here like, yeah, bro, Peter just got it rough. And Peter even says like, yo, this can't be right. Like, I know there are other Spider-Men that don't have it as hard as me being Spider-Man, but there must be an exception for y'all three. Then the black suit Spider-Man says it's only one way to find out because he never really thought about it like that. Then he asks, how many of y'all is doing okay? Then we see the Spider Council, and everybody raises their hand. And this Spider Council made me think back to the Council of Reeds back during Hickman's Fantastic Four run. But hey, real quick, pause the video and let me know which suit is y'all favorite from this panel right here. The suits I liked were the Fantastic Four one and this black suit right here. And my wife liked this red and gold suit the most. But y'all let me know which one was y'all favorites in the comments. And make sure y'all swing y'all way over to hit that subscribe button and press that like button, because there's gonna be more episodes of Spider-Man coming soon. Alright, back to the story. Then Peter says again, this can't be right, bro. And the black suit Spider-Man says it is. Then he says that Peter might not be cut out to be Spider-Man. After hearing that sentence, I know Peter was like. Then the black suit Spider-Man tells him that maybe he should hang it up. And I know Peter is thinking in his head like, what you mean hang it up, bro? And the white suit Spider-Man tells him to stop whining and be a real man. Be a Spider-Man. And I know Peter is saying to himself like, there's no way they talking to me like this. Then Peter just stands there quiet. And then he like, y'all just messing with me right now, ain't y'all? Then the other Spider-Man just started laughing, bro. Like they just busted out laughing. And the black suit Spider-Man just says that's just something they do to the first timers there. They had that boy Peter sick. He was about to throw up. Then he asked the Fantastic Four Spider-Man, does he not have the Nobel Peace Prize? But he said, yeah, he won it. And it's crazy, he don't really care about it. And Peter asked the white suited Spider-Man about his kids. Then he responds by saying, he don't even think they're his. That's crazy. And he said he fought Hydro Man. I know he was giving him the work. Like, I know he was piecing him up. Like, I know his combo number was crazy. Then the black suit Spider-Man says he has arthritis, but it's really cancer. But nah, he was just playing. He really got arthritis though. Then he asked Peter, does he want to know why does things keep going wrong? And he said Peter didn't do nothing wrong, and it's not bad luck. And he tells Peter that he puts himself in the middle of a storm every single day, so he can't complain about it. Then he asks Peter, does he want to know how long he's going to be suffering? And as Peter walks through the portal, he says he thinks he knows. And of course Peter knows, because he's going to get up and get in the middle of that storm every single time and help people every single time for as long as they need him. Why? Because he's Spider-Man. Alright, so that was the end of the story. Now let's talk about the return of Ultimate Spider-Man. And I just want to talk about a couple of theories, ideas that I have personally. And I had to have a talk with one of my friends about it because he's a huge Spider-Man fan. And since I'm finna talk about my theories, ideas, and thoughts, let me know y'all's in the comments so we can talk about it. I really want to know what theories and ideas y'all have too. Okay, so my first thought was like, who is going to be the Ultimate Spider-Man? And I think it's going to be Peter, for real. That's what I'm assuming, because the way Ultimate Invasion is going, I'm like, how can Miles go back to the Ultimate Universe? And if you go in the League of Comic Geeks, you can see like the covers, like who's drawing them, and there's nothing there. And that made me and my friends wonder who was going to be the Ultimate Spider-Man, because usually when they announce stuff, it's usually a cover to go along with it. And one of them say a tease variant, so it's like, hey, what y'all teasing? What's about to happen? Also, if you don't know what League of Comic Geeks is, it's just an app. Like, you can check off the comics you read and stuff, make your own account, and talk with other people on there too. I'm gonna put the website and app link in the description for y'all. Okay, my second thought was like, how long is Hickman going to be on this book? And most of the people I talk to say like 12 issues at most. And I was thinking between 30 and 50 issues, because that's how usually runs go these days. Hickman could be in it for the long haul though. We don't know, but we'll see though. Alright, boom, my third thought. I'm like, what villains are we gonna face? Are we gonna have the ordinary villains like Rhino, Green Goblin? Of course we might get Venom and Carnage again in the Ultimate Universe. But is Spider-Man gonna have new villains? Like, I wanna see some new villains to add to Spider-Man's rogues gallery. And I'm still assuming Peter is gonna be Ultimate Spider-Man. So these villains can actually develop Peter to be a better Spider-Man. Alright, so fourth thought. What if Miles happens to cross over back into the Ultimate Universe? Like, what if him and Peter had a little crossover arc and they had like a little team up? And that leads me into another theory I had. Like, what if Peter, or whoever Ultimate Spider-Man is, has team-ups with other heroes? You know, like he could team up with Daredevil, of course, Wolverine, maybe Cap and Thor, Iron Man. You never know what's gonna happen. And this leads me into another theory I had. What if Spider-Man goes to meet up with the Spider Council again, and they do missions together? Like, he grabs a couple and be like, hey, come help me with this. Or some of the Spider Council members grab Peter to do missions with them. You know, what if they all help each other just be better Spider-Man? And I know y'all probably gonna get tired of me saying this. That leads me into another theory I had. Well, it's really a question / idea. What if the main reason the Spider Council exists is because of Madam Web? Okay, so now this is food for thought. Like, what if we get another Spider-Verse event, but in just a different type of way, by Hickman? We never know what's gonna happen. So I'm just leaving everything just out in the open. Like, I know this might be far-fetched, but who knows? I'll just leave it out there for the writers to write. And I say that because anything is possible. Like, anything can happen within the storyline. And also, to piggyback off of the Spider Council, what was it created for? How long has it been there? Who knows? That can all be explained within the run. Me personally, if I was writing it, I would do that, bro. Like, that's something I'll expand on. So another thought that I had was whether if Peter is going to be in high school or college. Like, I was curious on that since we already got him starting out in high school during Bendis' run of Ultimate Spider-Man. Now, last but not least, who is going to be Peter's love interest? Will it be Mary Jane, Black Cat, Felicia Hardy, or will it be Gwen Stacy? Stay tuned to find out on the upcoming episodes of Ultimate Spider-Man. God bless. I'm out.